Hello, my beautiful alignment bosses. Welcome to, what month is it? March, April, May? May's alignment boss training number 1. So this month we are going to be, today's training is actually on Pray Rain and how to do that, and when to do that, and why to do that. And then next week we will post Act with Knowing, right? And that's going to be your training. I'm switching it up a little bit this week. And again, it really depends on, in terms of the Q&A, it really depends on how many questions we get. Sometimes the questions are pretty simple. They can be redirected to other videos, and so we send you out those messages like, check out this video, either on Lamiel TV, Lamiel Radio, or within the group training. Or when I get 2 or 3 questions that have not been asked before, and how do you send questions? You can send questions by sending an email to lamielinc@gmail.com, and which brings me to something else. You guys are going to have a new email. You will have alignment boss at lamiel.com will come very soon, but I will we'll post that on, or in the Alignment Boss Lounge when it is official, because I don't think for some reason it's working, so I need to get somebody to check on that. So whenever I get 2 to 3 questions that haven't been asked before, or that I think that everybody really can benefit from getting the answer to, that's when I do the Q&As. I was trying to do Q&A lives, and even to get them out and get them into the lounge for you required a lot of editing, because a lot of things were like, you know, on repeat and stuff like that. So, and then I'm sure you've noticed this year we took out a lot of different videos from different months and things of that nature, because they have been, we repurposed some content, and I think we have some other content that we're going to bring from a previous coaching program in here, so that you guys have access to that in addition to everything else. I hope you all enjoyed the updated version of your exclusive trainings that we did earlier this year. And with that, we're going to get into Pray Rain. So, Pray Raining is a technique that you can do. You can do it in writing. You can do it verbally. You can do it in prayer. You can do it in meditation. You can really do it in conversation. And I'll tell you about a really incredible experience that that I had one day with my girlfriend, and she was like, "You manifested a whole person," right? And it was just all about the technique of Pray Raining. So Pray Raining is can best be explained through the example of a friend who there was this guy, and he had a friend who was a Native American, and there had been a drought, and so his Native American friend was going to go on a trip to the reservation, and he said he wanted to go, blah blah blah. So they're taking this trip, getting to the reservation, and the idea was that he was going to address the drought, right? So in his mind, right, he's thinking, my Native American friend, we're on our way to the reservation, and we're gonna do some fucking water dance, you know, crazy shit you see on TV, right? So he says they get out there, had a great trip. They get to the location. He gets out of the car. He goes off into the field, and he kind of stands in one place and does maybe a walk around in a circle, and that's about it. He's kind of talking to himself out loud is kind of how he hears it. So then his friend comes back. They get in the car and they get ready to leave. And so he's like, yo, wait a minute, what's going on? I thought you came to call for rain, right? And he said, I did. And he's like, but you didn't do any dance. And he says, so what did you do? I don't understand. He's like, well, do you want to learn? So he's like, yeah. So he comes, he's like, let's go. We go back, they go back out there. And his friend teaches him how to be thankful, right, in that moment for the rain that has not yet come. So he is thanking God. He is thanking the universe. He is basking verbally in the amazing, amazing rain, and how he's talking about how wonderful it feels and how it has benefited the flowers and it has benefited the earth and the trees and the birds, and everything is blooming and everything is lush, and you can smell it in the air, and it's just so fucking wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. And so that's kind of what he's saying. And you know, he followed suit, and then afterwards he realized that he didn't pray for rain, like, dear God, please bring us rain before we fucking die, right? He didn't do that. He prayed for rain, a prayer of thanks, as if the rain had already come. And that is the technique that I want you to experiment with this month, or over the next 30 days, because I know we're not at the top of the month. But, so, you pray the thank you, the gratefulness, the gratitude for having what it is that you want. So if you're trying to manifest a house, a car, a relationship, like thank you with a relationship, thank you for bringing this amazing person into my life, and he's so this and he's so that, and we sew this together, and it feels so good, and it's so exciting, and even after being together for so long, we still have this amazing, amazing connection, and I'm so thankful for it, and thank you, even though you have no relationship. But if you can get into that energy, right, then it comes. If you can get into the energy, pray raining is about giving thanks for what you're intending to get, for what you're wanting to get before, and hair sticking up back there, before you even have it, right? And a lot of our alignment techniques are about getting in the vibe without it, because that's fucking how it works. But you can do this in journaling. You can do this if you're good at speaking. It's part of speaking it into existence, right? So like I just did for you, just say it. So a really great example, me and my girlfriend, I was like, okay, I need a new fucking relationship. And if you guys follow me other places or in other programs, you know why that is so fucking humorous to me. But anyway, I wanted something new, right? And so we went to the bookstore, and our favorite Barnes and Nobles and the ABC. If you guys don't live in my area, the ABC is like the liquor store out here, but our liquor store is government owned, so it's the ABC store. So we hit the ABC store, we hit the bookstore, we're checking out. It's right before Valentine's Day, and the guy checking us out, we're talking to him, and he's talking about this amazing fucking gift that he has made. I don't even remember what it was, for his girlfriend, but it was so fucking thoughtful. It was so fucking thoughtful. I got a little choked up. I was like, oh my God, I need somebody in my life who treats me like that. So we get back to the house, right? And I had bought like some oracle cards, and I don't know, we played with a lot of crazy shit. So we had like, you know, a little hall that we were going through, and we were drinking as usual. And we started talking about this guy. And so she's very good at wouldn't it be nice, and we'll probably do that one again really soon, that technique. So she goes, wouldn't it be nice if we had a man who did that kind of thing for us? And I was like, yeah, that would be fucking great. Actually, you know what? It would be fabulous if he, right? And then I went on this total tangent, and describing, like, I wanted him to be interested in my spirituality, but I didn't really want him to have the same type of spiritual practice. I wanted him to be supportive and non-judgmental. I wanted him to be available. I wanted him to be this, that, and the other. I wanted him to be tall. I wanted him to be willing to learn from me and to teach me. I wanted him blah, 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 blah. And surprisingly, I was like, it would be great if I had some level of connection. You know what I'm saying to him? Because, like, I typically have engaged in people that were introduced to me, right? Like, we have some line of connection instead of, like, random people. I don't know. So, anyway, we did all that day. We probably mentioned it again over lunch the next day. And then a few days later, after Valentine's Day, we're out, and we are thrift store hunting for jewelry boxes to, you know, redo. And my fan turned off. Sorry, guys. Oh, I didn't realize how much of a, how much relief that was giving me. Sorry. Hey, Aaliyah. Wait a minute. Technical issues. In my little alignment space, I've got a little fan in here now. Can you, it's plugged into, the fan's plugged into my computer, but the computer died because I unplugged it. Can you, take it and plug it in over there, because she needs the air. Like, the air circulation in my alignment space is shit. So I got a cute little fan. So anyway, so we did this, right? So we're out, we're hunting for jewelry boxes. We because, you know, I paint them, glam them up, bling them out. Like, again, if you know me and you've been around for a minute, like, blinging, bedazzling. It's an upscale bedazzle, please. You know, don't judge me. But blinging stuff out is my shit, right? So when I want to relax and zone, I put fucking bling. You cannot have enough motherfucking bling on anything. So we're out looking for shit to bling over drinks. And we're at a thrift store, and this guy, very tall guy, right? Says hi to me. I speak to him. I go on. I see him turn around and look back at me, but I'm still looking, and then I notice him, because he's very tall. I notice him checking out, and he leaves as I got into line. So then my girlfriend, she's still looking at other stuff and doing other things and whatever, and I check out, and we're ready to go, and the guy comes back in. My girlfriend had walked over. She's looking at paintings on the wall, and so then she tries to, like, you know, block him, because a lot of people do approach me, and I don't really like to be approached. And I say that because it's like, how the hell were you trying to manifest a new relationship and you don't like people to talk to you? sometimes I'm a talker, but like I don't like people to like really approach me and get into my space unless I have invited them in, right? So she walks off, he comes in, she sees him, she's trying to protect me, she's, you know, slides in, and I was like, no, it's okay. She was like, so she walks away, and I had decided, because I had tried to manifest this new person in my life, that the next time a guy approached me or was trying to talk to me, that I would at least hear him out. Okay, so anyway, long story short, we exchanged phone numbers and I talked to him. Turns out that we had never met. We did not know each other, but almost the entire circle of people that I went to high school with, he knew. He knew all of them by name, last names, descriptions. It was crazy, because one of the things I said is that, you know, I have to have some kind of connection. So he knew my school, he knew everybody at my school, he knew all the shit, right? But how did we not know each other? Don't know. So there was that connection, right? He was tall, there was that. Very, very interested in my spiritual practice, and so a lot of our conversations were spiritually based, about my spiritual beliefs and about his spiritual beliefs, and we probably talked every day for a while, with the idea that we were going over and discussing different universal law. So we would go over a different universal law over a 2-day period, and then we would move on to the next universal law, right? So that's kind of like how we were talking to each other. And, you know, it got to the point where finally, like, he asked me out, and then we went out a couple of times and what have you. Now, what I forgot to put in there was that they were available. Like, he made himself available, but like, this dude was married, right? And he claims he was on the, you know, on the way out. Well, as soon as I knew he was married, he was already on the way out as far as I was concerned. But he was married and he had a baby with somebody else, and there was like all kind of other stuff going on, because and that rant, right, and that feeling good, and that vibration and alignment, I was like, yes, thank you, right? First available dude. I was specific to some degree, but not specific enough. You know, I was specific about a lot of things, and he literally ticked all of those things. And although I very much enjoy conversation, I love conversation about things that I'm passionate about with anybody. Like, when I was getting iron treatments, a lot of those people that go into the same area, they're going for cancer treatment. And I could engage, and we would talk, and it would be amazing conversations with the least likely people, and I would just fully enjoy myself, and the dialogue and the connection and the celebrating of them when they were done with their treatments and all that kind of stuff. But there was like no passion between us, passion and lustfulness from him, but not towards me. So I also forgot to add that, that I was going to be like, you know, like, he was very physically attractive, but like, for me, clearly needed to be more. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the moral of that was that through the pray rain exercise that we were playing with over a 2-day period, my girlfriend was like, you manifested a whole ass man. And because I was verbalizing it to her with so much fucking passion and having so much fucking fun with it, when he showed up, and then of course, you know, she was like, let me check this dude out. And at the time she was living with me, so, you know, she was like really like all in my Kool-Aid, right? So, he really did. She was like, oh shit, like, you just said this, and he showed the fuck up, right? So, it can happen. It does happen. It will happen. Not just once, not with one thing, not with a person, but with everything, everywhere, all the fucking time. You just have to be thankful for already having it, right? And when I tell you, like, we got into detail, like, oh, how he would hold my hand, how he would look at me, how he would talk to me, how he would buy me stuff. And in that short period of time, yeah, he bought me a lot of stuff. So, and a lot of it was play, right? It was so much play. Like I wasn't taking the exercise serious. It was just play. And the play became reality. Right? So, that is all I have for you. Write it, speak it, claim it, and be thankful for it. Pray thank you before you have it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this, and thank you that it's like this, and thank you that it came like this, and thank you that it feels like this, and thank you that it looks like this, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you, like you already have it. You're telling the universe thank you for already receiving what you want, but not like, oh, thank you for my new car. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I always say thank you, thank you, thank you, because that first thank you is kind of like, it's practice, right? We do say, people, if you're a decent human being, you say thank you. It's not, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying get into it. So by the time you get to the third one, it's like thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like now, it's all of you. What is that? Noise. It's all of you. It's thanking. All of you is in that energy of gratitude. All of it. It's in. You're all in that energy of gratitude, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now you're feeling it. And so then you bring in those characteristics, like thank you for this amazing, amazing house. I fucking love this house. Thank you so much. I love this deck. Thank you. I love the driveway. I love the fact that the garage is big enough for like 2 cars and for other shit. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for these fucking amazing neighbors. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all this space. I love the water softener. I love the water filters. I love this. Thank you so much. And you've never even seen the house. Then the house shows up, and then you have more reason, because when you really feel that way, right, you're an energetic match for more of how you feel, and so it has to show up. So that is truly all I have for you guys today. Journal it, journal it, journal it. It may help you to journal it and then read it aloud. Journal it and keep making, and then every day make it juicier and juicier and more excited and more excited and more excited. And I'm feeling really drawn, okay, to share this with you, because as women, right, when you tap in to your divine feminine energy for manifesting, so like when I say make it juicy, it is really from a real divine feminine pussy energy, right? And I felt like somebody needed to hear that, and I'm going to use that as an intro into something I do want to share with you, and an offer that I am making for all of you that are already alignment bosses. If you have not already signed up for my free Rise the Fuck Up training, it's an 8-day training that will be available only until the end of the month. Then it will become paid content, right? So it'll become a course in and of itself, which means that you are really getting the good shit. It's free right now, so sign up. You can probably find the link on the fan page. If you didn't get an email that invited you, take a look on YouTube. I'm sure I talk about releasing my hips on a walk, and the power of goddess work, right? And how releasing my hips on a walk took me into that divine feminine goddess energy. So, because it's an example of the work that we do in this new program. So the new program is called the Goddess Ascension Academy. Right now, Level 1 is a 12-week program. There are payment plans. There's two types of, there's two levels, I guess, that you can get into. So one gives you 3 group trainings, group coaching sessions, and then the other gives you 6. And the content covers 6 different topics in 12 different modules, and we work on each module for, there's 8 modules that we work on for 2 weeks. Something like that. I have my numbers mixed up right now. But you can right here on Lamiel.com from the Alignment Boss Lounge, you can click on the Ascension Goddess program. That information is now available. So there's that. And if you contact us through the fan page, which is where you get support, okay, you can say that you want to join, and you want to join now during the pre-sale period before it goes to full price, because it's $1,000 off. Like I said, there are payment plans, but you will get an additional 10% off because you are already in Alignment Boss. Okay. The other thing that I just want you to know coming up, because I've gotten a lot of questions about this, is business training. Okay. So I have a Credit to Wealth program that if you're interested in dealing with your credit, interested in building some wealth, getting into investing, learning how to do Forex, all that kind of stuff, you can join that program. That program, you have to go to LamielCreditToWealth.com, and you can join, and I believe it's like $68 down, it's $38 a month, and you can work through every one of those courses, and including the credit course. And I do once a month a credit training, and I answer all the questions that have come in from the prior month. However, a lot of you are like, where and how can I learn about building my business? Where can I figure out what to use in the business I already have? How do I start a business? How do I start a spiritually based business? That type of thing. And so next month in June, Boss Bitch Business School opens. Hey! And so the it's a tongue twister. Boss Bitch Business School. The Boss Bitch Business School opens in June. I was going to say June 1st, but I'm not sure if it's June 1st. It opens in June. And what it's a monthly program. I believe it is also like $38 a month right now. When it opens, it will become $98 a month, because you're going to get a lot of exclusive trainings. There's like 4 different types of exclusive trainings, and literally everything that I have ever used currently and in the past for my business, to grow my business, you will have access to all of that in terms of like all the links, where to go, where to get it. I used a shit ton of free stuff to start off with that I'm going to be sharing with you. You're going to have training videos. You're going to get the course on starting a Shopify store, when I was fucking crushing it in Shopify week after week. You are going to also get my real estate course. You are going to get my Amazon FBA course. It's all going to be in there. And then every month I'm going to feature one of these resources that I'm telling you about, like how to build a website, get your mailing list together, where to get content if you don't do content, how to write books, publish books. My books are back in stock. We did, so that's a whole other announcement, right? So you can actually now order the print copies of Manifesting Your Own Crazy Beautiful Life and Manifesting Your Intentions. I have some Spa Waters and some high vibrational books that are coming out, so they're in edit right now. all available on Amazon. So if you do not see the link right now to my authors page on Amazon, you can go to Amazon and type in Lamiel, and those two books will come up. Soon there'll be a bundle, and by the end of the month you'll be able to also get my High Vibe Spa Water, Gem Water, and Tea books. They're all going to be available on Amazon. You can get them on Kindle and in print, and then in July they will be available on Audible. So those are my great announcements. There will be a discount for you should you decide to join the Boss Bitch Business School as well, and you'll get those emails as we get a little bit closer to the launch of the school. But if you would like to get into the Goddess Ascension Academy, I would love, love, love to have you. We do a totally different type of work there. It is much deeper. This is about ascending and leveling up your life in all areas of your life, from your body to your mind to your spirit to your physical environment. Like, we do all the shit, okay? So check it out. If you are seeing this and you're watching this in, what month are we in? May? Then you can also catch the free 8-video series. If you're interested in what that series is about, and it is after that time, that course bundle is probably available in under courses and under manifesting and spirituality, just not magic. So now I'm officially done. I love you guys, and I will see you next week for the training on acting with knowing.